What's happening, people? Welcome back. I've got Beck's Macan back in the workshop. We thought we were done with leaving it on springs, and I was always going to do what we probably thought I was going to do, which is this. So yes, we're bagging it. I've already wired the loom because that's the boring bit, but I'm going to show you through what we're putting on the kit. We've got the new flow tank, which I'll show you the benefits of that, and then get you along and watch some of the video of installing it. It's going to be ready for a show at the end of this week as well.
Right, so this is the new flow tanks. Built-in pressure relief valve. The feet come off and you've got multiple options of where you put them, so it's far better mounting options. All in all, it's just a better looking tank, I think, than the bog standard tanks. So I'm actually going to mount this one on the back of a section in Beck's boot, which I'll show you where that one goes. And this flow tank is going to be very helpful for that. This is our overall. So we've gone chrome 444 compressor, 3P management, 3/8 lines, the struts are here, and the flow tank. I'll show you where I've wired the loom, and then I'll show you where we're putting everything for the install wise. Oh,
Hello.
we have a wild Bubbles. What are you doing?
Being an architect.
Being an architect. Looks to me like we're meant. Oh, look at these bad boys, more to the point. These have just freshly been refurbed from Dan at Wheel Unique. Going on. Always a bit like that Golf out there. Down here's the negative. Then I've run, part of the loom is round here. We've got our fuse holder with our 30 amp fuse in it. The rest of the loom is tucked down here, which we're then running up under here, along there, then down on the interior trims of the car. And then we've got the part comes out here. So if we close this, this comes out and follows where the OEM cable is. This is going to be our positive and negative for our compressor. And then this wire is obviously going to be power for the management, so these will run along here nicely. So hopefully, oh, beautiful. So that's going to mount there, which means it's going to stay under the floor. If I mount it at that height, if I grab this and pop this bit in, which will give me an idea, it's going to be miles over it. So success. The tank can get riveted on the back there, which means it's going to be out of the way, do its job, and the floor can go back over it. Very nice. You're going to have to kind of bear with me and just roll with me as we go here. I'm trying to do bit by bit and then show you as we go. So I've riv nutted these in. So these are the arms for the flow tank. So they're now against that, which they're absolutely solid. So now we'll get the tank mounted onto there, and then we'll get the floor in here with the management. We can probably fill the tank up tonight, hopefully. Bosh. Well, this is my first time using a flow tank, and I absolutely love it. It makes it so easy. So there's all your mounting points. So you can see in here how we've mounted the bracket. And then all of these are different options of how you want to twist the tank round to mount it. So made it mega easy. We've got the drain point down here. Again, mounting options. So we've got one here that'll either be my compressor into the tank or my tank to the manifold. And then whatever one I decide to do on the opposite side. So that is banging. Right, so I've got all excited and forgot to film some of it. So I've obviously, as you can see, mocked up a base bit of floor, got the compressor mounted to it, got the manifold mounted to it. I'm just going to connect the compressor into the airline side on the right hand side of the tank, put the airline from the manifold into the left hand side of the tank, and I should be able to turn this on and start filling the tank up.
It's day 2, people. I'm not very good with all this camera malarkey, so my memory card yesterday filled up just as we was finishing off the install part. But it's full, the tank's in, the compressor's in, the management's in, got the tank full up of air. So now we're on to struts. I've just got to quickly do this
customer's car that's ready for the show this weekend. So we've got Keep It Clean's Clean Fest show this weekend. So that's what we're getting the Macan ready for. And Lockie, friend slash customer that's just got these wheels refurbed and on. I just need to bang a bit of camber on the rear to just slightly make it tuck that little bit better. So I'm going to quickly adjust that camber. That can go for tracking. Then the Macan's getting back on the ramp and we're getting straight back into getting that Macan on the floor. Hopefully tonight. Big old boys.
Well, these things were good while they lasted. The KW height adjustable spring kit.
But it's time for it to go. And let's be honest, it was probably always going to go at some point. Let's get this shot out.
Oh my god, it's again. Take these off because these have to work with the airlift struts. Anyone that works on Volkswagen suspension, get one of these because for the hubs, when you do that, it just slides off. It's beautiful. Instructions. The goods. I wonder if there's much. Oh, a little bit different. Oh, that's actually quite a bit difference. We're gonna have lows, boys. We're gonna have lows.
We're in. Everything's back together. Both sides are in. So now I'm going to pull off, oh it's really bright, pull off all the under trays, run the front lines, which I believe we've got up here. You can see in there, there's a grommet. We're going to run all the lines up through that grommet. And then after we've got the fronts done, we'll rip these out. We've got the helpers involved now. Ross is running airlines. Hiya. What do we think of this? It's not aired out yet, but these wheels look sick on this. Banging. I'll be on our stand this weekend. Ross's van. Jordan's questionable car. The beast. There she is. Let's go see what's going on.
Have you done it yet?
No.
Do we not know what we're doing?
Made zero difference.
What do you want? Make sure you're like 1, 2, 3. Pow! Ah, job done.
Just
Nice.
as quick as that.
Very nice.
And no big bars were involved in the making of this spring.
Well, we're done with this. It was nice knowing you, sir. But you have been... Oh, look at the...
Megalos.
Oh, he's going. He's leaving with it.
You also tell the people you're wipe at help.
Well, we did leave the helpers in some of it. I'm sure someone with a Q5 Macan B8 platform might be interested in these. Height adjustable springs that give you up to 60mm drop. The rears are in. This shock is all mounted. The bag is in, which this fitting actually goes up into here, once we put pressure in it, then that will disappear and that will obviously mount up there as it should. The boys are just putting in the last bolt for the shock on that side. I've got 3 of the lines in, I've just got to throw that line in. We'll get into the boot and put the lines into the manifold. Then we're good to go. So then we're definitely getting this on the floor tonight and see if we need to cut anything out or not. We're nearly done. Putting my cubicle chest back. And we're nearly going down. I've got to put the lines into the manifold, put some air in the bags, put the wheels on, and find out if we have to get the angle grinder out or not. Sorry, Beck. It's quite funny though.
What we're saying?
We're not showing them yet until we play around with it. The front looks sick. The front's got a lot of good natural camber. I could probably get away with putting a 12mm spacer on it. The back's not quite what I want, so we'll put it back on the ramp, air it out on the ramp, get some gearbox stands to push the wheel up, and we'll see if we can rescue any more lows.
Stephen, what are you doing?
We need to make it lower, and this bumper tab is in the way. So bumper tab, be gone.
Okay, shorten up your car.
What did you do?
I only need to do one more bumper bracket, and I've done that. I need to see if I've got any more. Got it lower. So we've bottomed the rear shocks out, which still runs quite nice. Even on a ride height, it's going to ride at about 60 psi. If we wanted to go lower, we can. We just need to get custom rear shocks. But for not having to do much, it's gone pretty good. So we just got to buzz these tabs out the way because they're sitting on the tyre. And then we can finally, this little thing here, then we can finally get it on the floor, and we'll even show you this time.
Carbon fucking bonnet, and if it was actually black. The fuck are you playing at? Easy running me.
Yeah. So, on day to day, your boot, can't see anything. Then we open this up. I'll pull it out for a moment. And this is what we've got. I'm going to flip this plaque round so that it faces the right way. But all pretty simple, straightforward. Flow tank doing absolute bits and making everything very easy. I'm debating maybe putting a window in to show the flow tank off a little bit better at some point. But for a clean, simple install with everything hidden, it works out perfectly. And we are done, people. We are at the show. We've just set up, and this is the final piece to the puzzle. I think come out absolutely sick. It sits pretty hard if you ask me. What do you think? What's our thoughts on it? And there we have it, we're done. I want to say a massive thank you to Airlift for getting this kit out in time to us. It was a rush, but we got it done, and it's couldn't have gone any better. Didn't even need the cutting to get it to a height that we're happy with. Drives really nice, all in all, it's been sick. Flow tank, always use a flow tank now personally, because it's the ease with it is just so much better and so much easier than a standard tank. So there we go. Probably a few more things to come in the future. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Hit that like, smash that subscribe, and peace.